I mean, right here, Oregon might. There's a big play here in the Oregon game. There's 12 seconds left. Stanford's got the ball on the 4, 2nd and goal. The Cardinal could potentially get the tie here. There's the throw. He's going for the lob in the end zone. It's a freaking batted down. 8 seconds left, 3rd and goal. Yeah, that's the thing. UGA and Alabama are going to get in. It doesn't matter unless they lose 2 games. If both teams if both teams go into the SEC championship undefeated, there is no doubt in my mind that both teams make the playoff. They're just playing way too well. Georgia is playing phenomenally. Alabama is playing phenomenally. They had the 1 half skid against Florida. Oklahoma is Florida State in 2015. Yeah, that's a good comparison, Isaac. I get that. That's a good one. Alabama will lose a game this regular season, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I don't know if Alabama's losing a game. I don't know. Alabama just stomped on Ole Miss. I mean, who are they playing for the rest of the season? I mean, the path is there for Ohio State. The path is there for the Buckeyes to get in the playoff. They need some help from their fellow Big Ten teams. They need some help from their fellow Alliance teams, for sure. Let me look at Alabama's remaining schedule here. See if there's a loss on the cards. Texas A&M, maybe. I don't think they lose to A&M. They're not losing to Mississippi State. I don't think they lose to Tennessee. They're not going to lose to LSU. They're not going to lose to New Mexico State. I don't know if they lose to Arkansas, and then they're not going to lose to Auburn. So I think they're going to finish. I mean, it's Alabama, for Christ's sake. Alabama is so freaking good every year, but Georgia is so good. These teams won't all win out. I don't know. They might. They might. Obviously, I don't think they all do. I think at least 1 or 2 of them will get 1 loss. But Stanford throw end zone. Oh, he threw it out of the end zone. Okay, 5 seconds, 4th and goal. Stanford needs a touchdown to keep this game alive. Arkansas, A&M, Auburn. Those are probably the most competitive games for Bama. I still think they'd win them though. The way they're playing is too good. This team is just too good. Yeah, that's the thing. If there was a situation where it's Bama, Georgia, and Cincinnati, and then there's 1 spot left, and Ohio State Ohio State wins the Big Ten with 1 loss, they make it, I think. But the only thing that would go against them is Oklahoma and Oregon both being undefeated. Stanford throwing to the corner of the end zone. He missed it. Oh, there's a flag. I think it's pass interference. I think Stanford's going to get a free play here with no time on the clock. It's Raiders-Chiefs. It's Raiders-Chiefs rerun in college form. If you win the Big Ten, you're in with 1 loss, no matter who it is. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I think if Oklahoma plays good football and wins the Big 12 undefeated, then I think they're going to put Oklahoma in. I don't agree with the decision. I absolutely agree that a Big Ten tournament, a Big Ten team that wins the conference and has 1 loss and has some good wins under their belt should make the playoff, and I would put them in the playoff. But the committee just likes Oklahoma. If they finish undefeated, they win the Big 12, they play better football, I think they put Oklahoma in. That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm scared of for Ohio State and whoever wins the Big 10. I mean, if it's Michigan, whatever. I don't want Michigan to make the playoff. All right, free play, lob, end zone, caught, touchdown. Touchdown, Stanford. Wow. No time on the clock. Redo 4th down. Stanford touchdown. Extra point ties the game, and we're going to overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Oregon and Oklahoma being undefeated, potentially screwing up Ohio State's playoff chances. They might lose tonight. It might happen. I am behind on my iPad stream, so if anyone spoils it in the chat, I'll be upset, but I won't be mad at you. I'll just be a little upset. But this game's going to OT. Kick the extra point. Take it to overtime. Clutch from the Cardinal. Oregon pass interference. That cost them. That might cost them. All right, OT. Exciting stuff here. Very exciting stuff. They'll have an off passing day. Yeah, depends. Depends on who they play. Depends on the day, obviously. If Ohio State beats a top 5 Iowa team in the Big Ten championship, then how can they be left out of the playoffs? Like I said, I would put them in. I'm just saying I'm thinking like the committee does and how the committee likes undefeated conference champions. The committee likes undefeated conference champions. Oklahoma, I think, has a leg up on Oregon because the Big 12 is, I guess, better than the Pac-12. I think it is. But the committee likes Oklahoma. They like to put Oklahoma in the playoff, and they've put Oklahoma in the playoff before, and they've never made the championship game. I would put Ohio State in if they beat Iowa in the Big Ten championship with one loss. I think they should go in. If they put Oklahoma in over Ohio State, I'd be pissed. But if Oklahoma's undefeated, I think they put Oklahoma in. That's what I'm saying. Is everyone's out? That never has happened and never will. Yeah. Never has happened, never will. They'll be the bogey. We'll see if it's today for Oregon. If Oregon loses today, the Pac-12 is not going to have a team in the playoff. It's not going to happen. The Pac-12 won't have a team in the playoff if Oregon loses to Stanford today. If Oregon loses at all, Pac-12 is not getting a playoff spot. Then it's basically who's going to make it between Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Cincinnati. Well, not Ohio State. Big Ten champion and Cincinnati. I hope Oklahoma doesn't go undefeated because that makes Ohio State's chances a lot better. But how is Oklahoma not lost? Oklahoma has not played well in most of their games. How have they not lost yet? I think Texas has a shot to beat them next week. I think the Longhorns can beat the Sooners this time around. Yeah, hit that like button. Thanks. The only games Oklahoma has for the rest of the season, though, against ranked opposition is Baylor and Oklahoma State. Do they lose one of those? I don't know. They're not losing to Kansas. Iowa State, maybe? I mean, hey, Iowa State was top 10 preseason, and they just crashed and burned. TCU, I don't think they lose to. There might be a loss in there. It's possible. It's certainly possible. But Ohio State fans, I think, will breathe easier at night and know their playoff chances are much better if Oklahoma loses. Because then all the Buckeyes got to do is just win out, win the conference, make the playoff. Just not only. That's a lot because they have to beat Penn State, they have to beat Michigan State, they have to beat Michigan, and then they have to beat probably Iowa. Been a Michigan fan that's been rooting for OSU to win the Big Ten. Time for you to move aside. Yeah, I get that. Hey, if Michigan made the playoff, that would defeat all the odds. I don't think anybody thought the Wolverines had a shot at making the playoff. Wolverines unbeaten. They win some if they win some more games, they beat Ohio State at the Big House, make the Big Ten champ. If Michigan goes unbeaten and wins the Big Ten, Michigan will make the playoff. No doubt in my mind. I think that's a really good chance. I agree. Yeah, bad O-line play all year. Classic Big 12, isn't it?